Hey everyone, Future Match here to tell you that I screwed up badly. So if you remember, about 2 weeks ago I uploaded this video called ranking every single ghost type Pokemon worst to best, which is obviously again the video you're watching right now, but this is an updated version of that last video. And the reason I'm doing this is because somehow I left out 3 ghost type Pokemon. I have no clue how, but my best theory is because I'm retarded. So even though it's only 3 Pokemon, it's still been really bugging me ever since I realized it. So if you already saw this video, skip to this time, and that's where I start like fixing everything. That's where all the Pokemon that I left out will be. And there's some points in my video where you'll hear me say like, this Pokemon's number 10, this Pokemon's number 5, which isn't true anymore, so just ignore that. I'll put like little reminders at the top to say that. So if you haven't seen this video, please enjoy. If you have, skip to this timestamp, and yeah, hope you enjoy. It is almost time for Halloween, yay! Time to jam those razor blades into the candy, even though there's never been an actual recording of that. Hang up those actual bodies by the tree, because it's time to get spooky. It's time to go get out your costumes out of the attic. Go get out your 5th Star Wars costume from Party City, because you're an unoriginal kid. Or be original and be a robot, or tape face for some reason. Or hell, just do a simple costume like a skeleton or a ghost. Speaking of ghosts, today I'm ranking all the ghost type Pokemon worst to best. This video is the next part of my long series of ranking Pokemon worst to best, and that series consists of 1, but now it's going to consist of 2. You dig my style? This is a horrible intro. So yeah, I'm ranking all the ghost type Pokemon worst to best. As usual, it's completely my opinion. If you have a different opinion, get it. That's fine. We can all have our different opinions in life. I'm just going to be simply ranking these Pokemon by design and like how I feel about them personally. So there's not going to be any data or anything in this video. It's just all going to be personal opinion. And if you have a different opinion, that's fine. Say something in the comments. Say where you would put Pokemon, where I didn't, or something. Rearrange the list. I honestly just hope that anyone who watches this video enjoys it. And if you agree with me somewhere, that's great. If you don't, that's fine. So now just sit back, enjoy the video, and let's get started. Now, as usual for me, my first pick on my list is of course a controversial one, because my least favorite ghost type Pokemon is Hoopa. I don't know why, I've never been a fan of Hoopa. I know there's actually a lot of people that actually really like Hoopa, but I've never been a fan of her, either of her forms. I've just never liked them. So good job, normal Hoopa and Hoopa Unbound, you're at the bottom of my list. So the next Pokemon on my list is the Pokemon that was recently announced for Sword and Shield, and that Pokemon is Polteageist. Really funny, Game Freak, that was funny of you, Polteageist, haha. I'm laughing. So yeah, this Pokemon to me is just plain stupid. I don't mind inanimate objects being Pokemon. Like, I like Klefki more than this thing, but I just want to break this Pokemon's pot, I swear. Okay, so the next ghost type on my list is the Jellyfish Jellicent. So from here on out, there's no other Pokemon that I really hate as much as Hoopa and Polteageist. But I mean, Jellicent. Come on, the jellyfish Pokemon, it could have been something really freaking awesome. But no, we get a jellyfish that is bloated with plastic. That's always fun. Jellicent isn't necessarily a badly designed Pokemon in any way, it's just really a disappointment. So next up is Ornicornio, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not entirely sure. All I'm sure of is that it's a purple bird and that I am not a fan of birds at all. Look, when a bird gets into your house at 7 AM and once at 10 PM, they're kind of annoying. And when you have a berry tree right outside of your house and when the birds just sit in it and just shit out on your car all day, yeah, it's annoying. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the purple bird Pokemon. She's alright, I guess. It's a simply designed Pokemon. I don't really mind it that much. I always forget about it, so I don't really care. What's next on my list again? Oh, another controversial one. Yeah, Marshadow. I don't know why so many people love this Pokemon. It is just stupid to me. It just looks like it's completely dead inside, and it's really boringly designed Pokemon to me. I don't even get why it's a legendary Pokemon or mythical, whatever it is. I don't care. I don't like it. I mean, I like it more than Hoopa and the Teapot, because at least I can probably cuddle up to this Pokemon. It looks actually something like I would cuddle with. But I don't get why this Pokemon is liked so much. I just really don't like it. But again, this list is entirely my opinion. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. We all can have different opinions and live in the same world. It's not going to be the end of the world if someone agrees with one thing and someone agrees with another thing, okay? It's fine. But if you feel the need to riot and disturb the peace because someone else has a different opinion than you, then don't you worry, because the circus is in town for you. Yay, the circus! And who else is going to be in the circus? That's right, Place Flown, or however you pronounce his name, I don't really care. Speaking of this clown Pokemon, Lollipop is the next one on my list. Now look, I'm not really a fan of Ultra Beast in general, but this is probably my favorite of all of them. I don't know why, but to me he's actually a pretty decent looking Pokemon, and he's also probably my favorite Ultra Beast, even though I hate all of them. I did also pull a full art Blazeflone GX, and then right after that a normal Blazeflone GX, so we have a special connection. So I don't have much to say on the next Pokemon, which is Shedinja, except for the fact that Ninjask is just a better Pokemon in every way, shape, and form. What the hell is this next Pokemon? Delmise? What are you? Oh, yeah, the wheel. It's the wheel Pokemon. So I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, I didn't even know this Pokemon was a thing until I started making this list. I had absolutely no clue that a pirate ship wheel and an anchor was a Pokemon. It's kind of funny because even though this Pokemon is like really low on my list, there's a Pokemon later on that's very similar to this Pokemon that's really high on my list. So yeah, call me a hypocrite if you want, but I don't really like this Pokemon. So next up is yet another really well-liked Pokemon, and that is Sableye. And again, I don't really know why, I just don't like his design at all. Even as a kid, I thought Sableye was just the stupidest looking Pokemon. And even though he isn't as bad as any of these Pokemon here, the Jewelju is just not as good as other Ghost-type Pokemon, I'm sorry. So next up is this Pokemon that everybody actually really likes in the community now, and that is Mimikyu. Or at least, it's really popular with the kids and like all the girls. I don't know about older people like me. I don't think many 38-year-olds like myself really like Mimikyu that much. I don't really know why. I don't really like this Pokemon from the start. Everybody's like, oh, it's such a sad backstory. Oh, it's so sad. He just wanted to be loved. But I don't care. This Pokemon was legit made just for profiting and marketing. Don't even deny it. Now, obviously, I have no issue with capitalism because I'm a capitalist pig, but that doesn't mean I can't think Mimikyu's stupid, okay? I don't like it. Alright, let's move on to the next ghost type before my head explodes. Alright, so the next ghost type on my list is Decidueye, and of course it is. Of course it's another liked Pokemon. Why wouldn't it be? Look, to be fair, I didn't like the Rowlet evolution line from the very start. I was the very first ARP, which stands for Anti-Rowlet Profile, from the very beginning. And the P stands for Profile because for the longest time, everyone had a Rowlet on their channel. And look, I can deal with Rowlet, but the amount of overrated this Pokemon evolution gets, whatever you call it, the owl, is just enormous and I hate it. People seem to praise this Pokemon like it's the best starter evolution ever, and I couldn't disagree more. Like, yeah, its typing's unique, and it's not even that badly of a designed Pokemon. I actually like the design. It's just so overrated. It's not even that, like, I hate the design. It's not even ugly. It's just a very overly overrated Pokemon. But just because I don't like the design doesn't mean it's like a god tier Pokemon. It's a mediocre design. It's fine. It's fine. It's a fine Pokemon. I don't care. But it's just very overrated, and people treat it like it's this huge Arceus, and it's not. It's a starter. But let's move on now because I have a bunch more Pokemon to go through, and next on my list is Palossand. And yes, I like a sandcastle more than an owl. Palossand, again, he's alright. He's a good designed Pokemon, kinda. It's a sandcastle, it's fine, I guess. I actually really like this Pokemon's Dex entry. It's because he got destroyed by Ben Shapiro a long time ago, and he's been out for revenge ever since. So yeah, that's a pretty cool backstory, I think. So coming up next on my list is one of the very few Gen 7 Pokemon that I actually like, and that is Lunala. Now, I actually like Lunala a lot more than other legendary Pokemon, and definitely a lot more than most Gen 7 Pokemon. I actually think it's a pretty cool design Pokemon, but what I really hate about Lunala is how it evolves. Like, I was never a fan of the idea of a legendary Pokemon evolving over time. It just, I don't really like it. I grew up always thinking there's only one legendary and only one mythical Pokemon, like only one Darkrai, only one Arceus, only one Shaman, only one Giratina, only one Dialga, all that stuff, and I've never adjusted to the idea that there's more than, one. Like, I know in one of the movies there's actually a field of Shaman, but I was always under the idea that Arceus made a legendary Pokemon like that. It was right there, it was, had power, everything, and when you caught it, it made you feel special and stuff. And I don't know, I wasn't a fan of Cosmog in general. I don't know, I don't really like it. Again, I actually do like Lunala, and I do like his design, and I definitely like him more than some legendary Pokemon. And I sure as hell like him a lot more than most Gen 7 Pokemon, but he's just really not one of my favorite Ghost-type Pokemon. Next up, we have a Pokemon that I'm sure you probably forgot about, and that is Golurk. Now, when I was younger, me and my younger brother, we both really liked Golurk's first evolution, which is Golett. I don't really know why, but we were in elementary school, and that was a time where everybody was hyped up for Gen 5. And back when I used to watch the Pokemon anime, Golurk, Trubbish, they were both in the Pokemon intro, and we thought they were so cute. I don't know why, but yeah, I have kind of a special connection to Golurk and Golett, so I'm gonna put both Golurk and Golett right here. They're just gonna stay right here, okay? Okay, so next up is Alolan Marowak. Now, next to Alolan Ninetales and Sandslash, Alolan Marowak is one of the only Alolan Pokemon that I actually like. It's just such a good design, and it's really disappointing that Game Freak did not do more with tropical Pokemon designs. Because let me tell you, if Game Freak made a bunch more tropical Pokemon and made the Alolan forms all look tropical instead of this, yeah, Gen 7 would probably be up there with Gen 4 for me. Next up, we got another inanimate Pokemon, and that is Cofagrigus. Actually, would a Egyptian coffin even be considered inanimate since there's like a dead body inside? I don't even know. But anyways, I'm actually a pretty big fan of Cofagrigus and Yonmask. This evolution line's designs are really good, and back in middle school I had this really weird phase where I was just obsessed with Egyptian stuff, and I think that's because I had to read the Red Pyramid, and right after that we went to Philly for some sort of museum, and a lot of it was Egyptian based stuff, so that was pretty cool. Alright, so next up on my list is Spiritomb. Not much to say here. He's a ghost in a rock. That's pretty cool, and he is also just annoyingly impossible to get in Pokemon Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl. Besides that, he's actually a pretty cool Pokemon. Pretty forgettable, but also pretty simple, and I like simple Pokemon, so pretty cool. Alright laddies, we just entered the top 10. Let's get this over with. So next up we have Banette. Pretty simple design Pokemon, pretty cool, I like it. I have a plush of it for some reason. I don't remember why, I have it. Now, this Pokemon would be more in the top 5 spot if it wasn't for my cousin and my brother. And that is because they call this Pokemon Bayonet, and that is not his name at all, and that annoys me. So I don't like this Pokemon as much as I used to. A bayonet is something that goes on the end of your gun. It's a little knife. You just stab it into people. A bayonet is a ghost type Pokemon. Is that clear enough now, guys? They both watch my videos, so hopefully that cleared things up. Okay, so next is Gengar. Now, I don't know why, but I've never actually been a huge fan of Gengar. I don't really hate him, but he's not really my favorite. I mean, I like him. He's a simple design Pokemon, and again, I really like simple design Pokemon. I don't know why. And you know, he's pretty cool. Definitely not the worst ghost type ever. I just kind of feel like he's a little overrated. And it's a little hard to ever look at Gengar the same again after some stuff happened, you know. Yeah, that was fun. Now, on a happier note, let's talk about the trees we're killing. Why would we talk about that exactly? Well, it's because Trevenant's next up, and he is honestly one badass looking Pokemon. I'm gonna tell you right now. Trevenant is honestly one of my favorite ghost type Pokemon, and he is always been. He is just a really cool looking Pokemon. However, there are definitely ghost types that I feel like are definitely better than him, and one of those ghost type Pokemon is 100% Miss Magius. Miss Magius to me is just really freaking cool looking, and while she isn't one of my favorite Pokemon ever, she definitely deserves to be in the top 10 ghost type Pokemon in my opinion, because she is just a really cool looking ghost type, and you cannot deny that. So sadly, just missing out on my top 5 is Rotom. Now, I love Rotom, or at least I used to. I say that because he's just been so oversaturated ever since Gen 7. Just why do they have to make him to a Pokédex exactly? I don't know, I just feel like it's stupid. But he is one of the coolest looking Pokemon to me. I love how simple his design is. He looks cute, he's adorable. I love that back in the Gen 4 games, if you got a Rotom from Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, you could trade it over to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and you could change him into like a fan, a lawnmower, a refrigerator, a washing machine, that stuff. It was just cool. It was just different, and then I feel like they just overdid it by giving you a Pokédex version of him, making him talk and stuff. I didn't like that. But Rotom's still cool, don't get me wrong, he's still an awesome looking Pokemon, and he is for sure one of the best ghost types out there. Okie pokey, so next up is Dawnwing's Necrozma. This Pokemon just looks freaking amazing to me. I freaking love its blue coloring, I love how aesthetic it looks, it's amazing. I hate its shiny form though, because it looks like an animal that lost its fur. So next up we have one of my favorite Pokemon in general, and that Pokemon is Frostlass. Frostlass is just such a freaking cute Pokemon. And not only that, but she's also really cool, and in general she's just one of my favorite design Pokemon ever. But she's not my number 1 on this list because when it comes to like ghost types and stuff, she's just not my favorite ghost type, but she is 100% on my top 10 Pokemon of all time. Hey guys, future match again. Here's where we start fixing the list. So I believe this is about number 6 where this spot will be, and I honestly think the ghost type most fitting for this spot has to go to Chandelure, and that's because this ghost type is absolutely adorable. I freaking love it. I mean, yeah, he's an inanimate object, but he still looks adorable, and he's freaking, like, he looks cool. He's a cool looking Pokemon. So Chandelure, I'm sorry you didn't make it to the top 5, but you're definitely one of my favorite ghost type Pokemon. Okay, so if you guys saw my last version of this video, you remember that Aegislash was number 2, but this time he's number 5. Now, obviously, number-wise, that's not a very big step down, but because it's coming from me, that's a pretty damn big deal. I'm joking, it really doesn't matter at all. I still love you, Aegislash. You're a really cool Pokemon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but you're still a sword and a shield, and I like swords and I like shields, so you know, that's pretty cool. And the fact that this Pokemon has 2 different forms is also pretty cool to me. So yeah, Aegislash, you're a pretty cool Pokemon. Okay, so next up on my list is the big bad boy himself, Garantina. Now, Garantina may be one of my favorite Pokemon and definitely my favorite legendary Pokemon ever, but when it comes to ghost types in general, I just feel like I like some other ghost types more than I like Garantina. I don't really have a lot to say about Garantina since I said mostly everything I liked about it in my Dragon type video. So yeah, Garantina, you're awesome, you're scary, and I love you. Okay, so my number 3 spot is actually what was originally my number 1 ghost type, and that Pokemon is Gourgeist. Now, Gourgeist, she's cute and adorable and extremely vulnerable, but even though I love her and she's one of my favorite ghost type Pokemon ever, when it really came down to things, I didn't really feel like she deserved number 1, but instead number 1 should have gone to some other ghost type Pokemon that I really love. And don't worry, we'll get to that Pokemon soon, but before number 1 always comes number 2. Just a little quick math for you if you didn't know that already. See, I'm family friendly. And the Pokemon in that number 2 spot is Dusknoir. I have no clue how I missed my number 1 and number 2 spot Pokemon. I understand Chandelure. I don't understand Dusknoir and the Pokemon after this one. But anyways, back on track with Dusknoir, he is freaking awesome. Like, if awesomeness had a physical form, it would be this Pokemon. Dusknoir has just always been such a cool Pokemon to me, and I have no clue why. But I don't really care, Dusknoir, just keep being cool and I'll love you forever. Okay, so the true #1 spot has to go to Drifloon. In my opinion, Drifloon is one of the cutest and creepiest looking ghost type Pokemon ever. She just looks so cute and squishy, I love her so much. I mean, just tell me how can you not love that face? I mean, yeah, she'll probably take away your children, but that doesn't matter. Now, what does matter is that Drifloon is so freaking cute, and the fact that she is 100% my #1 ghost type Pokemon of all time. And yeah, that's the end of my video. I don't really care if you agreed or disagreed with my choices, I just really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm always looking to improve my videos, so if there's a thing that you hate about my videos and there's things that you like about my videos, please tell me. Obviously, I can't really please everyone, but you know, I hope I can make some of you guys happy. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. All the crap you get from every other channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. That is, if I ever decide to make another one.